It's gonna. Oh man, Apple. It's gonna go in and out. I wonder.
You want to turn your phone off?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. But let's see. We're on the cruise. We're in the middle of the ocean,
So it may flicker.
it may flicker. It may go off. I don't know. Jaws may come through the window. We don't know what's gonna happen. All right. Behind us is the ocean view, but if we open it up,
The bowl may shake.
no. If we open the curtains, it was just a reflection of the room.
No,
Because it's nighttime right now.
Things may come.
But if we film in the daytime, you guys will see that the backdrop is the ocean. Wouldn't that be nice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, y'all gonna get striped curtains for now.
That's a nice
All right.
backdrop.
So here we are today with another Woods Report.
Mhm.
Our hot topics from the Breakfast Club, August 22nd.
Okay.
DJ Khaled was on Drink Champs. You should know what Drink
Wait a
Champs
minute,
is by
this
now.
again? He was on there again?
No,
or
he
something?
wasn't. This is him first on Drink Champs.
Okay.
And they asked him about verses, if he would do a verses with anybody.
Mhm.
He said he would smoke anybody that'd do a verses with him.
Okay.
Because he has a big list of people who, who's done songs with him and
Okay.
stuff like that. And Charlamagne and them said, no, that's not true.
Okay.
You won't. But it's good you have that confidence. You should have confidence as a DJ. You should have confidence.
He has too much confidence.
Right.
Sometimes I don't even think that's confidence.
Well,
That's
told us
arrogance.
he told a story about how he got Kanye West to collab with him.
Mhm.
He said this was a while ago when he didn't really have any money, and Kanye West agreed to collab with him. When they did the video, there's a charge, he's a fee to do a collab with somebody.
Mhm.
And Kanye and them gave him the fee, and he couldn't afford it, and Kanye paid for the video himself.
Oh,
So that was nice.
that
So
was
he
nice.
remembers that. He
Okay.
always remembers that.
Wow.
He also remembers chasing down another celebrity to get them to do a collab. He said he was outside his house and he kept blowing the horn and all day, all night. He was getting ready to climb over the fence, and they was just like, whatever, man. Let's
Come
just.
on.
So he's relentless. He said that's pretty much how you know DJ Khaled.
He's a hustler.
He's a hustler. He's a hustler.
Well, you know what, Kanye?
He's relentless.
In Kanye's documentary, it showed how he was a hustler.
Is it got to be a
So
hustler?
he probably felt that and was like, I got
Yep,
you, man.
yep.
Been there, done that.
That's how that. So then here we are with Omarion.
Okay.
Omarion's documentary is out, and one of the guys in the group, B2K, Raspy,
Mhm.
he had already said he was allegedly sexually assaulted by their manager, somebody
Oh, my
like that.
goodness.
So
That's not good.
Omarion had, I guess, a part in his documentary where Raspy was kind of spazzing out, and they was asking him what was going on, and they were saying he was agitated because this person who abused him was wearing a T-shirt that said something that aggravated him.
Oh, wow.
And Raspy said he didn't like that in the documentary because that's bringing up old things, and that's not his documentary. It's Omarion's documentary. So why is he bringing
tell
up
your story?
right? Why is he bringing up his issues?
Uh-huh.
But then on the other hand, Envy and them were saying, well, if that has something to do with the story, I guess. I don't know. So we have to see. Why would you bring
Nobody
up other
knows
people?
That's tied
Right.
in.
How are you tying that in, exposing his page?
Yeah.
So he didn't like that. He made a
Okay.
thing about that. So then they're talking about that rapper, Erica Banks. She's a rapper. She's like from Houston. She's like Megan Thee Stallion, where they shake their butt all the time and all that stuff, whatever.
Mhm.
Anyway, she was invited to
A
visit.
sexual rapper.
Yeah, she was invited to visit a high school, and
Mhm.
she performed, and she was twerking. And she was twerking, all in front of everybody and stuff. And so there's an uproar because people mad about the fact that she went to the high school and she's twerking in front of these teenage
Kids.
boys and all this stuff. So that brought up the
Arousing
whole
them.
right. So that brought up the whole thing. They was asking people to call in,
Mhm.
The Breakfast Club.
Get their take on that.
Get their take. So Angela Lee says she don't have any kids, so maybe she's desensitized to it. She don't. It doesn't matter to her.
Mhm.
Charlamagne has kids, but he says the lines have been blurred so long. All these kids do everything. They do more than what she did twerking. So is it really bad? He didn't really see a problem with it. Envy didn't see a problem with it.
Mhm.
So then people called in. One lady called in. Well, one guy called in and said it's a double standard. Because if it was a guy up there gyrating in
Thank
front of a
you.
bunch of teenage girls.
Like how, what's his name on New Edition? Bobby Brown.
Right. If it was Bobby Brown up there, well, not this Bobby Brown,
No, he can't even bend over.
the 1990s Bobby Brown. If he
With
was,
his clothes all
yeah,
high.
if he was doing all of that in front of teenage girls, y'all would lose
Right.
your mind. But
yeah.
right. But because it's a girl, and Charlamagne had to agree, it's a double standard.
And everybody should think about that right away when these situations happen. Think about the double
If
standard.
it was a guy
and
doing
say
that.
no for nobody.
And then somebody else said that they thought it was not, they didn't think that it was like wrong for like what she did. They thought it was tasteless. I kind of agree with that.
What do you mean
Because
tasteless?
the fact that she didn't do anything that these kids ain't seeing already.
Right.
So it's not like she showed up as a stripper and just started stripping in front of high school kids, and they like, we don't go to strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
All these kids twerk.
Mm-hmm.
So they used to, if anything, she probably was G-rated compared to what they used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
But she said she thought it was tasteless. Family and stuff because they don't like cussing.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, there could be things that may not in your mind be right or wrong, but you depending on where you are. Twerking in school is not that. Why are you twerking in school?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you a performer or a teenager. If I saw teenagers in all
So
ways.
you saying it's tasteless because she did the actual twerking?
Yeah, the twerking
Versus
is tasteless
She
because
shouldn't have done it because it's not, because it's wrong.
I think she shouldn't have done it because she was at school.
Okay,
And you don't know who people's kids are. Everybody's kids don't twerk.
thank you.
Everybody's
And you got a lot
kids-
of parents who are still responsible for their
Yeah.
children under 18.
Yeah.
They're underage. So
And everybody-
no matter if all the kids understood what twerking is, you don't do
just
it in
like
that setting.
just like at home.
Right.
The kid can be at home twerking and the mom can smack her in the back of the head and say, I don't care what,
not in front of
look,
me.
not in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that was tasteless. I agree with that woman that called in.
Okay.
It's not that she did anything that they not used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You got a group, and that's the other thing I had thought of when that lady said that. Everybody at that school is not going to your concert, so they're not a fan of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you doing something that your fans would appreciate? That's my thing.
Mm.
And then I agree with Charlamagne. He said, well, they shouldn't invite her in the first place. I agree with that. Why would I invite Cardi B if I know Cardi B gonna twerk?
I don't know.
And if I know she gonna twerk, why would I not have that conversation with her? And say,
That's what I'm saying.
normally
Can
you
have a
twerk. Yeah.
Can you have a conversation with these artists and just kind of remind them that of the setting that they're in?
Exactly.
But I like to go back to what you said about the double standard.
It's a double
If
standard.
both sexual, I mean, however you want to label them, if they both can't do it, then it shouldn't be done by nobody.
You can't do it.
So-
And don't justify it. That's the
Yeah.
thing I'm
It's
telling
wrong
you.
If a guy got up there, he'll be, they'll dog him out.
I hate when people justify stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, lean into it. If y'all watch the show, y'all know I'm always
Mm-hmm.
lean into it. If it's wrong, say you wrong and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Don't justify it. When they asked her about it, when they asked her about it, apologize, she was like, I didn't touch none of them kids. Ain't nothing wrong. That shouldn't have been her answer. I just feel like she shouldn't have answered that way. She should have answered in a more classy way.
But she's
You
not
know?
classy. Why
But
would
she
she
not
answer
classy. So I'm sorry, Erica Banks, you're not classy.
No, she
Even
she showed her true self.
Even Megan Thee Stallion, I've seen her wear clothes and stuff. When they gave her the key to the city, she had on clothes.
And it's almost
And
like,
she normally don't wear nothing, but she was like, I'm getting the key to the city. I'm with the mayor. I'm at the council meeting. Why would I come shaking my butt?
what's the show with
Stay with it.
all the different artists are in school together
Mhm.
at HBCU, and they're all in class
Mm-hmm.
together. And one of the girls is a YouTube sensation, a
Mhm.
rapper, whatever she is.
Mhm.
She came to the class with her chest kind of
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
the instructor, professor said no.
It's tasteless.
No, you can't dress like
It's
that.
not
here.
saying it's wrong.
And they're in college.
And it's not saying it's wrong.
God.
Because I agree with that lady.
Mhm.
People were saying it was wrong. You can't say it's wrong and then allow the kids to twerk and stuff.
Exactly.
So I agree with her. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say it's wrong, like the girl that came to the college with her breasts out at a club.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna walk in class like
Not
that.
a classroom.
Because everybody ain't trying to look at your breasts.
We're paying money to be here to study and to learn.
Yeah. So I just think tasteless.
Okay,
And so
okay.
Charlamagne said, well, we don't know where the lines are. There's no lines anymore, and I agragree.
I
This
know,
is a
so
generation where
blurred lines.
it's blurred lines. There's
You
no...
want it.
Back in the day, there was lines. Because they were
Hey.
saying kids is twerking in church. Like,
You know
it's
what?
no
Just because
lines
kids-
anymore.
Here's the thing: just because kids are doing it, don't mean
Exactly.
that it's right.
And they stupid. When we start following after kids?
Wait a minute.
When did they start following after us?
I'm hearing some talking out there. Go ahead.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that matter?
I'm just thinking, are we like disturbing them or something?
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm like,
You know, on these cruise ships,
I don't care if people
okay,
talking in
the
the
walls
hallway.
are so thin, they could be
Oh.
like, I wish, can you go talk to her? They're kind of talking loud. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I don't even know where I was.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next story because she messed that one up, y'all.
It's
I don't
time
even
messed
remember.
up. It's time to
I
move
was
on
getting
now.
ready to say something, but I don't remember what I was getting ready to say.
Okay.
All right, so the rapper Quando Rondo
Oh,
was
no,
involved
no,
in the
please, not
shooting.
another name.
He was involved in the shooting, and his friend was killed. And so
Quando Rondo.
his name is Quando Rondo, and he was involved in the shooting this weekend, and his friend was killed. And they had the call when he was on the police call, and he was frantic, and he's been posting stuff about his friend, so he's really going through a lot.
He's a real close friend,
Mm-hmm.
like a brother kind of thing.
And whoever shot, killed his friend.
Was
They
it
probably
a
was trying to
mistake?
shoot him. I don't know.
Is he
We don't know.
related or
We don't
something?
know. We
Nobody
don't know.
knows. He's not talking.
It was this weekend.
He's so distraught.
Right,
He's
he's
not
distraught.
talking.
So then they talked about Fat Joe. Fat Joe had his birthday celebration.
How old is he?
They
now?
said it was good. I have no idea. They said it was good. They
He's
had
not
a lot
that
of.
old, right?
I don't.
Okay. I gotta.
They
Google
said
how
it
old
was
he is.
good. They said he had a lot of celebrity guests there, and it was fun. And they were saying how Fat Joe is funny.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were saying how his party was good. He has a lot of stuff coming out. He has a book coming out. He has a movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
A whole bunch show about his life. It's a whole bunch of stuff they said
Mhm.
coming out with Fat Joe.
When they
So-
did the what's that word? The show they come on and when they do a little
Unsung.
yeah,
Mhm.
I caught a little glimpse of his humor.
Oh, okay.
He seems like a down to earth
Yeah,
guy.
Fat Joe. He's
yeah.
funny.
Okay.
So then they went on to talk about Tyrese. He in the hot seat, which
What's
is
going
always.
on? What did he say?
Tyrese is an idiot.
What did he do?
Tyrese bought his 15-year-old daughter a Rolls Royce.
He
And
forgot he
people
had
were
a kid.
saying, you stupid. Why would you buy a
She can
15-year-old?
barely drive.
She
Did
can't-
she even have her license?
No, not for. But they were saying it was stupid. So Envy jumped in for his defense and said he don't know if he bought her a Rolls Royce or if he bought her a Rolls Royce service, which means they'll pick her up and take her places. So
Big
that's different.
Big difference.
So Charlamagne was like, it's not crazy.
it wouldn't make sense because she really probably don't have her license
Right.
yet.
But Charlamagne said it's not crazy for people to think Tyrese did do that.
Because
Tyrese
that's
is-
not far fetched.
Yeah, Tyrese is off the
15.
chain.
He has a 15-year-old daughter.
I know.
Okay.
Then they talked about J-Lo and Ben Affleck had their official wedding ceremony.
Okay.
Apparently he lives near Savannah, Georgia, so that's where they had it, near, I guess it's his house. And they had everybody
Is this
there.
one gonna last?
We don't know. We'll see.
And
Then
there's
they-
so many people that are so happy that she got back with him.
Because they was
I'm like,
originally together.
really?
It don't matter to me. I don't care
Okay.
about Jennifer.
Okay.
I just threw that in there for people who
J-Lo.
care about J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
You really want these couples to last.
Right, right. So then the game, they talked about him. He had the rapper. He had a collaboration with NBA YoungBoy on his album.
NBA
YoungBoy.
YoungBoy.
Yeah,
I need to start writing these names down.
NBA YoungBoy is really big. He has a lot
I
of
need to
fans.
start writing these
Oh
names
yeah,
down.
yeah.
And just kind of putting stars by the ones you're saying is really big.
Right, right.
Maybe I'll Google them and see what they're about and whatever. But these names are just off the chain.
Now
Is there
NBA.
somebody with a chain name too? Chain
2
and thing?
Chainz.
See?
Now NBA YoungBoy, they said that they had snatched this collaboration off the album because Game didn't pay whatever fee, the collaboration fee.
Lord.
Normally, they say NBA YoungBoy charges $300,000, but he gave Game a break and only charged $150,000. And Game said he ain't never paid nobody and never will pay nobody to collab. He ain't never paid. And I'm thinking Game is old school. These is young dudes. They ready to get their money,
Oh
so
my God.
they not trying to, and they don't need you.
Can you give them a little bit of something?
But NBA YoungBoy don't need Game. Game need NBA YoungBoy, in my opinion, if he want the young people to listen to him.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but Charlamagne said his album is good. The
Okay.
Game's album is
Because you
good.
would think today, even with old schoolers, if you collab, it's about the money.
I
It's
know.
about, pay me and, we both be big.
So there was this dude named Jack Zach Childs or Shields or something like that. I guess he went in on Cardi B and was kind of talk about how she does drugs and sex with random men and and she's
B,
brain dead.
Past or now?
Well, now I guess he's saying whatever. I don't know what he's saying,
Isn't
but he
she
was
married?
trying to defend his friend who is a conservative who is getting ran. A lot of people is running him off of social media. In other words, he kind of saying if they let her on, does all this stuff, why can't the guy that's conservative be on? And she answered him like, she's not on drugs, she don't have sex with random men, and she's not brain dead. And then she said, but you, on the other hand, are defending somebody who is, I guess, rape or racist or whatever, conservative, bad person.
Okay.
But you trying to talk about me, and you defending somebody.
Throwing
Exactly.
mud on me.
In other words, he should have just. Why would you defend your friend by dogging out somebody else?
Thank you. Defend your friend. Just
Defend
your
your
friend.
crooked head friend.
Just say, I wish that my friend has the platform and like so and so and so and so.
Yeah, and he's probably not just conservative. He's probably over the top, which is why they banning him on everything.
And if that's your friend, birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly. That means you probably think the same
just
way.
As dirty as he is.
Right.
Probably. Go ahead.
So then, did you see? You haven't seen these videos because you don't watch YouTube. There's this big giant slide in Detroit that people are going down. Mm-hmm. Have you seen it? Mm-hmm. And they like going down it and they hitting it. Boom, boom.
No.
People getting hurt.
It's a new one?
It's some slide that was open. They closed
That's
it.
Dangerous.
People getting hurt. Filming they so remember that one where people was standing on those milk case cart things. That stair step challenge.
Oh, yeah.
It's stuff like that people doing. They get hurt and they filming themselves. So they shut the slide down.
Oh, my God.
And that led Charlamagne to say again, this is a stupid society, this generation.
Who does the slide, though? That's serious.
You know what?
Because that generation had nothing to do with
and
that.
You know what? I hate saying they stupid. They're both. They're dumb and smart.
But
they're smart technology and stuff, but common sense.
But
and
that's
stuff,
unfair because who built that slide?
I know.
You know what company built that slide? Of course, you're gonna go down a water slide, but if they fall and flying places, I can't blame it on the youth or whoever.
So 2 more things, y'all. Mm-hmm. 1 more, and then the donkey of the day. So Kim Kardashian, remember she got robbed in Paris? I don't know if you remember that story.
No.
She got robbed.
Oh, yeah. She sure did.
They tied her up and everything and took all her. Well, anyway, the guy who robbed her, he's speaking out, saying it was her fault. She shouldn't have been flashing all her stuff around in the first place. Fault. She shouldn't have been flashing.
It's like men or people say it's the woman's fault for dressing.
And she wouldn't have got raped.
Her body.
So he said it's her fault if she wasn't flashing her stuff around. And then another rapper, Asian doll, they said this weekend somebody snatched her chain, and the girl said they interviewed her. I guess she got arrested, and she said she had a chain bigger than mine. She shouldn't have came in there with it. So that led them to talk about people. Should you not? Charlamagne saying if you're going to flash your stuff, people gonna rob you, and if you're gonna flash your stuff, you need to have security.
Back to that security thing.
So then Angela Lee said, why would I have security to walk around with a purse? If I have a purse that's from Chanel or something.
Okay, go ahead and wear your Chanel
purse. So then Charlamagne said,
and get it snatched by some old stupid person.
So then Charlamagne
says, you shouldn't have that purse.
So Charlamagne
your purse
said,
is my purse.
Yep, people are entitled right now.
So go ahead and flash your purse.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the point. Why can't I wear my go and wear it.
And Charlamagne said wear it.
Take a chance.
Understand. But then Angela Lee was right too when she said people are still $20. It don't even have to be no Chanel
but why make it a brighter, more tempting?
And I always say that. I don't understand people that show their house. They show their house on the internet, and you let people see your whole outline. I mean, out the whole way your house is made.
Look at me, I'm flashing.
Oh, I see where their basement is. I see where the window is. I see that's where that room is. Mm-hmm. You let them see everything when you show everything.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I also see too. I mean, I can't have a nice watch. I can't even have a nice chain without somebody snatching it.
Yeah, taking a chance.
So this one lady called in because they had people call in, and I thought she had a good idea.
What'd she say?
She said it just needs to be, they need to quit slapping people on the wrist and sending them back out.
It's hard to keep them in. Mm-hmm. They're so full. Prisons and jails, everything is full now.
Can I ask you a question?
They're going to go home.
Prison is full, right? Why do I still see trash on the street? Why are they not picking up trash?
You gonna have come out to do that?
The ones that grab people's chains.
Oh yeah, and watch them while they pick up the trash.
I don't understand. Why am I seeing trash on the street?
But then they have to have somewhere to stay though. It's still crowded.
Remember the days of the chain gang? That's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. What happened to that?
And they used to have a little song.
How come I don't see? Yeah.
And they lifted up the thing and do the.
You should be in the subway.
On the train tracks.
You should be in the subway watching people clean graffiti off the thing going, what you do? You stole somebody's chain?
So we're not tough on crime.
We're not tough on crime.
Even the little minor.
So when they say stuff like, oh, it's too crowded in jail, okay, so why they not doing work release? Why they not? There should be no nothing.
Average, I guess we got crazy in society, but an average person who steals a necklace because yours is bigger than theirs,
you're gonna be clean. You're gonna be filling a pothole.
If the law is tough on them, you'll probably get majority of them to stop doing it.
If I know I gotta go to work and not get paid 8 hours a day,
I ain't stealing you.
Filling a pothole because I decided that I wanted to.
Think twice about stealing your necklace because it's bigger than mine.
I don't understand that. Petty crimes, they should be picking up trash and everything.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
So we'll see what that.
And the murderers and stuff, lock them up.
It's hard. It's hard out there.
So then the donkey of the day. I know. Donkey of the day. This guy's stupid. 24-year-old Antoine was accused of setting a car on fire while a woman was in the car. It was a drug deal gone bad. Apparently, he and some of the guys or whatever were shooting out. She was in the car. She got shot and died. And he set the car on fire, probably to cover it up or whatever. So he was out on a warrant, right?
Uh-huh.
So this idiot, he's been out. He was at McDonald's, okay?
Uh-huh.
And he got in an argument with the manager because the fries were cold. And so he called the police. He called the police
because the fries was cold.
Because the fries were cold, and he was arguing with the manager. The police came and saw he had a warrant, and they arrested him.
So they had to ask him his name.
Why would you call the police and you
got
out on a warrant for murder?
Did he not know he had a...
He was been running from the law.
I guess, Kim,
and that led me... Go ahead.
He's mental.
Well, this is the donkey of the day. That led me to believe. Right. Charlamagne said, well, let's talk about this for a minute. Because you know Charlamagne funny.
Ooh, kind of squishy.
That led me, if you go to our thing, I said, who has the better fries?
That brain.
McDonald's, Wendy's, all of that. Mm-hmm. Go on our page and vote. Mm-hmm. McDonald's fries are good.
They worth killing. They worth being
So he said maybe he thought jail or hot fries. I got to get some hot fries.
Negro, you will never touch a fry again. You're going down.
The police was surprised. The manager was surprised. The news people were surprised.
There's something that's missing.
The police was like,
there's something.
He called us.
Yeah.
Because there was an argument over fries.
So the police had to understand when they got there and they realized who he was and what his problem was. They was delicate with him. They had to be.
So like, I feel like McDonald's should do a commercial. Our fries are so good, they worth going to Jell-O.
Yes.
Don't you think?
People ain't gonna like that. That's not they don't do that.
Well, that's it, y'all.
That was true.
We're not as funny as we are and everything. We're on a cruise, for God's sake.
Yeah, we're relaxed.
We're on a cruise.
We're so relaxed. We can't even be funny.
I guess we could be a little funny.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm actually hot.
Are you? I'm not. I feel good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. We're in this little room.
Your hair. Put it up or something.
We're in this little room for a whole week.
Look at her with the hair. Don't you think you would be hot too?
And we don't share a room in real life. So to be in this little tiny room.
Y'all who've been on cruises before, y'all know. Unless you get a suite.
And then she's snoring and I snore. But then when I'm snoring, she's up. She's snoring, I'm up. But her snoring, I feel like somebody killing
don't
her.
Even try it.
Cause your snoring be like, oh, and I'll be like, Lenore. And then
don't you hate when somebody wake you up because they think you're in a dream?
So y'all comment down below if you think somebody
say whoa.
If somebody dying in their dream,
you don't know I'm dying in my dream.
Shouldn't you wake them up?
No.
I'm trying to help you out. You trying to get, maybe you in a places you trying to get out. And I'm like, Lenore, over here. Come over here, Lenore. I'll help you.
I know where I'm going. Let me die in my dream. She claimed that she heard me go, whoa, Lenora. And I woke up like, what? I was sleeping good.
And then
I couldn't even go back.
And then my mother snores.
Oh, help me.
And her snoring is like,
it's not even snoring.
She's fighting somebody.
She grunts. Well, that's when she's fighting demons.
And I say, Mom, wake up. I hate when people wake me up when I'm sleeping. So I gotta be in this. Jesus. I gotta be in this world.
Who are you fighting? Demons?
Oh my God.
Casting them out.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
And she was asleep. Maybe she's dreaming demonic forces and she fighting them.
What does my snoring sound like?
Don't wake us up though. We want to fight.
What does my snoring sound like?
Oh, it's like a bear and getting ready to go hibernate.
Like what? Does it sound like it?
It's I can't even do it. We're gonna start recording ourselves snoring and see. We're gonna see whose volume goes up higher than each other.
All right, y'all. That was it. All we got is snoring stories for you.
I said Woods family snores. Okay.
Tomorrow we'll be in Jamaica. We'll show some stuff in Jamaica, I guess. But that's it.
You gonna put those locks up?
No.
She gonna probably hear everybody following her.
No, everybody's hair is fake now. People don't even know my hair is real anymore.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah, everybody got fake.
Who wears fake braids?
Everybody wears fake locks. Oh, you mean your feet? Oh no, mine to my feet.
That's too much hair to be pretty.
Most of them go to their butt, not to their feet.
Yeah, that's a lot of hair. Be trying to think you cute walking like this.
I know. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was it. You got anything else?
No, that was it.
That was it, y'all. That was a short one, y'all. I'm hot and I'm in this room. All right, y'all. So that was another Woods Report. See you later.
Is that why you added the snoring?